Welcome, everyone, to another episode of At the Bar With podcast. Today's guest is a guest host that we'll be seeing a lot more of that we've had on the show already. The talented dish, Allie Gray. Welcome, Allie.
Thank you, guys, for having me back. I still don't know how I feel about that, but it's a nice compliment.
There was a hot dish, and there was, what was the other one?
No.
What was the other one?
I think we called her hot dish and talented dish, kind of the Minnesota thing.
Yeah, that's right. Midwest.
Sounds like you've been singing a lot lately.
I know. In my voice or just, I
your
know.
voice.
It's brutal from the weekend. I had a long weekend of shows, so.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's definitely, Mondays are usually my horse days.
So come on podcast and talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you don't mind the
No, we like the rest.
scratchiness.
We like it.
Yeah, we're good.
That's like, what was her name from Friends when she was sick?
Oh, yeah.
Phoebe.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Phoebe. Yep.
Was it when she was sick? Do
I
you
don't
that?
remember.
Oh.
I just remember her singing
She
a
really-
song about a cat.
Yeah. Smelly cat.
Smelly cat.
Mhm.
I gotta say, I tried to watch that because it was so big and everyone seemed to love it. And I think I watched like 2 episodes and I'm like, this isn't for me. Like I didn't even chuckle once. I was just like, this
Really?
is not. I don't know, not for me.
I don't remember the episodes. Like some of my girlfriends are just obsessed with it, and they remember every episode.
Sure.
Not good at that
Yeah.
recall.
Well, Roger and them guys were all into Seinfeld.
I do like Seinfeld.
Yeah, it was all kind of the same kind of comedy back then.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, you had Friends, Seinfeld. There's a couple other ones that were kind of goofy, but I can't
Yeah.
remember. But I think those
Cheers.
Cheers, but that was a little bit
Yeah.
further back. But that was actually funny. I mean,
Cheers?
Cheers is
Yeah.
really funny.
No, you go really far back. It's really funny. It's the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker.
All in the family.
All the
Yeah.
family. Yeah. Those are the greatest
sitcoms
ones.
you can
Yeah.
never bring back.
No.
Sanford and
True.
Sons.
Yeah.
The ones we had, yeah. They would be, everybody be canceled on it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of crass sitcoms, what are you drinking?
Well,
Let's switch your whistle a little bit. Let's get you some liquid down your throat.
yes, yeah, right, yes, please.
Yeah, we're not going to keep
Medicate.
talking. Daddy needs a drink.
Medicate.
Yeah.
Oh, I said it was Monday, so we should do Margarita Mondays.
And
Don't-
I agree 100%. That is absolute
200.
genius.
Thank you.
What a great
Genius,
idea.
yes.
Yes.
A genius,
Yeah.
talented dish.
A genius, talented dish.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
You know,
All right.
you're gonna have
Genius,
to trade.
scratchy.
Yeah.
Talented.
Scratchy.
Oh, that's hilarious. You're gonna have to, incorporate that somehow. You're
I like
gonna have to-
raspy.
yeah. Raspy, talented, hot dish.
It's getting longer.
Patrick, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Well, God damn it! If I'm not plugged in, I got margarita.
Oh my gosh, you got the memo.
I got, I just got the glass of ice here waiting to pour for you guys. But yeah, I knew last time you were on, Allie, you had margarita.
Yes.
I actually feel really bad. I'm in California on Cinco de Mayo. I did not have a margarita. I had
What?
tacos though. But I'm like,
Okay.
okay, this is makeup.
That
Plus
is.
Allie's here. It's going to be a margarita Monday. So let's go. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Good.
Patrick, why does that can look like it's a little thimble in your hand?
It's a little one. It's
It looks like a baby margarita.
Is that a
Yeah.
baby margarita?
a
Well, how many
4-pack.
ounces is it?
That's what I'm trying to see without my glasses.
A 4-pack.
It's probably
We got-
8 ounces, 10 ounces
Oh.
at most.
We got to get you through all 4 by the end.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's one drink
Yeah.
for him.
And I got a little bourbon on the side if I need to
Oh, yeah. What's your whistle?
Margarita.
amplify
filter.
things. If
So Patrick's back. He quit drinking for a while.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to take breaks.
Yeah.
I think.
it's like it's just I've been so busy and it's like, God, do I want to have a shitty morning tomorrow or do I
It's
want to
true.
actually
Yep.
Well,
be
we
able
don't
do
have
stuff?
to go that far, Patrick. We can have
Well, no,
one.
sometimes you do.
Right. And then,
Guys like me do.
I know you're a
Oh.
dad, so you got to I'm a mom and you got to get up and do stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
It's true.
Even a slight, I'm gonna have 3 and go to bed. It still kind of fucks with your sleep. So
Totally. I
Wait.
agree.
I don't usually drink all week. Well, except tonight will be. Sometimes I'll have a couple, but why is it always hard for me to get up in the morning anyway? It's like, yeah, I remember the days. every.
So Brett, what are you doing there? How's your cocktailing working there? What do you want to explain what's going on?
Well, we are going to make margaritas, so we are going to use Milagro, and then with a little Cointreau, which is your top shelf triple sec, basically orange liqueur. And Milagro, I like. It's a pretty good white tequila, about a mid-range brand. When you're mixing tequila with, lime juice and margarita mixes, you're not going to be able to tell if it's like
Top
the
shelf.
top shelf
Right.
or a good mid-range. So I like to do a little bit of a mid-range for that. And then we will be topping that off with my little favorite orange friend,
Of course.
Grand Marnier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's going to be quite delicious by the time I'm done with this here.
What do they call that again when they put that right on the top? Is it just
It's a floater.
a floater? That's what I thought. Okay.
So you've drinking a lot of margaritas in your life.
A couple.
A couple.
Yes.
Do you?
Couple yesterday. Kidding.
Do you feel if you drink a lot of margaritas
Yeah.
and it's made with
Lime?
Cuervo
Oh, yeah.
compared to a different type of tequila,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel different?
Yes. So I do notice if I'll get just like a house margarita versus if I ask for I do really like reposado tequila. If I ask for that, I don't feel as gross
Okay.
the next day.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I think it just tastes better with a nicer tequila. But I agree, you shouldn't go top shelf tequila if you're going to
Yeah.
mix it with
Stuff.
stuff.
Stuff and
That
stuff.
seems sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'll wait.
And then also, I like it when I go to a bar and they do this. I don't like it when it comes out of
No. Right.
Like the old Chili's.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just have like a tap and it's like a thermos and
and then they throw it's all I suppose all the mix. I suppose that wouldn't be bad. Just put the mix in a jar and then put the.
Yeah. I mean, I was at Acapulco for Cinco de Mayo, Patrick, and they had, it was so busy. They had giant jugs of margaritas that were pre-mixed. Not very good, but they're only $4. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
it did the job.
$4 margarita. And then sometimes you
watching-
go ahead.
Yeah, I was
Patrick.
watching a show recently on places you can still retire for up to $1,200 or less, and there's a few places in Mexico that are on that list. So
Really?
I don't have to be a millionaire to retire. I'm starting to think about it now. I'm like, I can come up with $1,000 a month. But then they had some other really weird places like Albania is a place, Vietnam, Philippines, all that stuff. But
Don't pick Albania. That doesn't sound like
that doesn't sound safe.
no, it's not probably.
that
But
wouldn't be my choice.
along
Yeah.
the coast and touristy, it's like any other country, I suppose.
I suppose.
But they were saying it was weird because they were saying in Vietnam, you're always going to be soaking wet from either the heat, humidity, rain, whatever's going on at the time, and that there are creepy crawlies everywhere. So if
Yeah.
you're not a fan of scorpions, spiders, snakes, etc., just leave Vietnam.
Who
out
is
of it.
though? Who would be like, that's for
I know,
me?
like-
I love bugs. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I think they're cool. My buddy went to, where did he go? He just went to Jamaica and they grabbed their bags at the end and he took a picture of it. And it was a huge centipede. I'm like,
Oh, no,
it was a
no,
big
no.
one. Oh, wow.
No, did you say eating?
He said good eating.
Oh no.
Well, that's funny because in Vietnam, don't they serve scorpions on
Oh yeah, scorpions.
and all sorts of larvae and stuff like that. And I'm looking at the
Yeah.
National Geographic going, yeah, no
Yeah.
effing way. Am I
I
gonna
think there are a lot of countries that eat insects like
Oh, yeah.
that. I think the Philippines do.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you ever watch Bear Grylls? Did you ever see that?
No. What is it? Bear?
Bear Grylls.
Oh, Bear Grylls. I thought you said Bear Girls.
Oh no, Bear.
I was like, no,
No.
I haven't.
What? I don't watch that channel. Bear Grylls. He's
No, we're not going down this road yet. We haven't
Did you say
even-
yet?
No, I just know things seem to, the wheels fall off the bus eventually.
So we just got our first naughty comment from Allie.
See, I brought it up, I guess.
We're being flagged by YouTube for pedophilia.
Oh, no. Okay.
All right.
And it's funny because Allie hasn't even had a drink yet. So,
Yes.
yeah, so
So,
All right.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
cheers.
To the bartender.
Yes.
Thank you. For
And welcome back, Brett.
Cheers, Patrick.
That
Cheers.
was.
Well, wait.
I was off for a couple of weeks, and boy, let me tell you, that trip was. It was great when we got to our destination, but getting there was a complete fiasco. I mean,
What happened?
Let's talk about your favorite airline, American.
now, if anybody saw any of my posts on like Instagram or Facebook, they would have
did.
seen me flipping the bird going, "Here, this is to you, American Airlines. Thank you, American Airlines." So,
How are those comfy seats in the Chicago Midway area?
oh God, it
for
smelled.
17 hours. Is that
It was. It smelled, and there was a guy sleeping next to us on the floor that was on logs. I mean, snoring and then farting and snoring. I was just like, oh, he would just, and all of a sudden, I'm like going, was that a snort? He's, and all of a sudden you hear, "Brrrt," and it was like, oh my God, no.
My word.
Good thing he wasn't doing
not
that next to
here.
you on the plane.
Oh my God, yeah.
Remember back in the 60s and 50s and even 70s when travel was fancy and you had to dress up? I mean, I wasn't alive back then, but I know that it was like that, like Continental Air. No, Pan Am.
Pan Am.
Yes.
Yep.
And like even the stewardesses had gloves and dresses and pretty hats. And if you flew, you got all dressed up.
Yeah.
Now you get this. What you're
It was.
talking
It was.
about.
Well, it was so prestigious at the time.
Yes, right.
I mean, regular folk, couldn't afford to fly, and if they did, it was like a very big deal. So I can understand, that they just want to put everything out there and make it so clean. Now we get on this garbage airplane from American Eagle that smelled like ass and just, oh God,
like a city bus.
it was the worst. Oh my God. I
And
mean,
the seats are so close, so you're forced to sit next to people that you don't want to sit next to.
Exactly.
right. Well, I'll give you the story.
Okay.
And so we get to Minneapolis International Airport. We're heading to Nashville to visit family in Clarksville. So we get on the American Eagle jet, and it taxis out on the runway and then stalls. And yeah, we're off to a good start. I really am so happy that we're on this particular plane.
Right.
And all of a sudden, this is the captain speaking. We've got a computer problem, so we're going to be trying to fix the computer on the plane before we take off. And we're like,
No, get a new plane.
seriously? So 45 minutes later, it's like, well, we got the computer up and running, and we're just going to be signing the paperwork. And it's like, what paperwork?
What do you mean by up and running?
So are you telling me that you got to have paperwork now just in case? Well, you should have said, well, the liability.
We're gonna come around with a waiver and then have everybody sign it.
In case we kill everybody on the plane here when we go.
Awful.
So, I mean, we're like, what the hell? So 45 minutes later, they finally get us into the air. And we touched down at O'Hare, and we missed our flight by like 5 minutes. The flight's gone. They rebook you right away. So they rebooked us. So go down to this gate. So we're down at the gate that got delayed, canceled, and then rebooked.
Lord.
So we're like, what the hell's going on? So we're, prior to going to this gate, since we missed our flight, we sat down and had something to eat next to the gate that actually had our airplane sitting the entire time. Our flight didn't leave. It was delayed. They didn't tell us. It was sitting there while we're eating, and then we go down and get delayed, canceled. As we're walking by, I'm like, that was I could see the flight number. I'm like, what the hell? I walk up. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, well, you weren't here. And I'm like, no one told us. Well, we can't really tell people. You'll just have to find out on your own. I go, but we were rebooked by you guys. Well, that's just how it is. And there's the plane leaving, and we're like, we could have been on that.
Gosh.
So 13 hours later, and we went from first class to, coach, and not just coach, but coach by the bathroom.
Yep.
So,
Oh, bad.
So after staying at the airport, and then there's this guy, I mean, was sitting there snoring and farting, and we're just like, oh my God, this is just the worst. So we finally get to Nashville, and the trip goes great.
Good.
On the way home at Nashville, again, we got pushed off to American Eagle, the trailer park of
I've never even
airplanes.
heard of an American Eagle flight.
It's kind of like a franchise to American Airlines, and so it's a smaller plane. And
That was a jean store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah, no,
50 or
I
60.
went to the British Virgin Islands, and once you get like in the shorter trip flights, they're
Yeah.
American Eagles, and they've got propellers, and they're rickety, and the pilots are like 23 and just out of the Air Force.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you want to
Great.
fly? Here's your start. Drive the piece of shit. And yeah, we were on one where I guess if you have a prop plane, you can't go through those big white puffy clouds.
Yeah.
So the guy was like weaving his way through
the clouds.
No.
the clouds because he had to have clean air, and it was like, oh, you fucking kidding me?
Did you throw up? I would have used that little bag.
Yeah, no, American Eagle just no, it is the worst. And
It's
you go on the tarmac you climb up a ladder to get on the plane, and then the fuel guys, they're dumping in fuel, and it stinks in the plane. It smells like jet fuel. It's just it's just the worst experience ever. Don't ever.
Well, so you've been on a few of American Eagle flights
Yeah, I mean,
a couple days ago.
right. And well, the worst thing is the same thing happened. So we, at the airport, it was delayed. And then all of a sudden they pushed it back to like the original delay, which was like 10 minutes, a 10-minute delay. Pushed it back. Everyone had 10 minutes to get on the flight, and everybody scrambles on. We get on, and we get to O'Hare just in time. Now, because of the delays, of course, American Airlines rebooks you. So they rebooked us on a flight, but our original flight was still at the airport. We touched down. We got a half an hour to go like 6 gates. Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Plane comes in, and here's a, oh, we're sorry, folks, but there happens to be a plane in our gate, and we're going to have to wait until the plane clears. Half an hour later, so now we missed the flight. And we go in, and I'm hot as hell, and I go talk to the
Who do you
customer
talk to?
service.
It's like
There's a customer service thing right in the airport, and there's like 100 people in line.
No.
I mean, they're so bad that they have
no.
people trailing out of the area and in the airport. So I get up there, I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, well, it was air traffic control. I'm like, yeah, but then you backed it up to the first delay, which was like 10 minutes. Yeah, but it's still air traffic control that delayed the plane.
they're on strike. They're on strike, and we have the fill.
I know. And I look at him, and I'm like going, did air traffic control put the other plane in our gate so everybody misses their flight? And I'll make a phone call. So she makes a phone call, and no, the designation is air traffic control.
That's the default. That's the default excuse.
Yeah.
So because you can't talk to them, they're way up in the tower.
You didn't even get like a travel voucher?
Nothing, because it was considered air traffic control, so not their problem. So everything,
And then
is
you
air
can't prove
traffic
that
control.
it's
You
not.
can't prove it, so they're just
That is just horrible.
That's
Yeah,
terrible
so-
business.
So, folks, anyone who thinks they should, fly on American Airlines because it might be a little cheaper, it's way cheaper, and you're going to suffer. Spend the extra money and go to Delta.
Don't do Frontier either.
Don't.
And
Yeah,
this is why you guys, why don't you fly out here more often? Why don't you come out more often? Well, from Sacramento to Minneapolis, St. Paul, there's only one nonstop flight, and it is a Delta flight, and it's usually really good. And I will not fly unless it is a nonstop because of these kinds of things. And
I'm
then
the same.
the problem is it's like these nonstops out of here to Minnesota are like $750.
Oh,
yeah.
$459 is the cheapest I've seen lately. So that's why I don't come back to Minnesota so much. But
yes, of course.
So yeah, that was my woe. So yeah, I was actually up for probably almost 35 hours with that fiasco, and
You didn't sleep on the plane at all?
a little bit. But the luck of the draw is that I had enough advantage miles to get the 24-hour pass for the Admirals Club. So I got 2 passes to the Admiral Club. They opened at like 4:30 in the morning, and our flight left at 9:30. So I got 5 hours where I sat in a comfy chair, snoozed. I'm sure I was snoring. I hope I was snoring. I hope I was snoring
You're farting.
loud and farting.
And you ate and drank your feelings.
Oh man, I had like 4 Bloody Marys. I had eggs and bacon.
Did Gene drink?
Oh, did she drink?
We can't talk about her if she's not here. Or can we? I don't know. Tell me the rules.
Yeah, she's got some stuff going on tonight, so
Okay.
it's just the four of us this evening.
All
so
right.
we have,
she'll
again, the lovely Allie Gray
Thanks, guys,
gracing
for
our
having
presence,
me.
which is great because Allie is now going to be our newest guest host. So you will be seeing a lot more of her, and we're really happy to have you. So
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
now, Patrick,
Oh,
Yeah.
how's Sunshine State doing right now?
It's good. It's good. It's 80s-ish, and it's going to pop up to 90s this week. The issue though is it's been windy AF. So we all week long. I had I've got kids. I've got a job. I've got a side gig doing referee for hockey, and I had Sunday off yesterday, and so I'm like, I don't have to referee a game until 8:15 at night. I've got all day Sunday. I'm gonna get on my motorcycle and I'm gonna go up to like Donner Lake because it's really quite pretty up there, and that's an hour and a half away. So it's not too long of a ride. Take my cycle up into the mountains. Well, the first issue was it's 80 here, but in Donner up in the mountains, it's like a high of 49. And I was like,
gee.
that's a wee bit chilly. Then I'm like, okay, well, I'll just toot around town, or maybe I'll go down to the bay. So Sunday I wake up and it's just, I can hear it. The wind is just, whoosh. It was 30-mile-an-hour winds, like sustained all day yesterday with gusts
brutal.
of 40 to 50. And my power went out like 3 or 4 times. It'd snap on, snap off. 5 minutes later, it'd pop off again. And it was just like, Jesus. So I could not ride my motorcycle on a beautiful Sunday that I had off.
Do you have side bags on yours?
Yeah. I got saddlebags. I got a
So you can
windshield.
you can put stuff in there though.
You can't ride when it's windy like that.
What?
That's
Yeah.
That's not even fun.
No.
I do all the time.
No.
You do.
And it's not even that. It's just the semis that are still doing it.
Oh,
yeah,
I drove my car that day, and the semi almost took me out in one lane because they just have no control over
Right.
it either. So,
Right.
it just wasn't safe. So I was kind of bummed. I just like, okay, I guess I'll just go back. to
It
bed.
always happens that it's like you have the perfect opportunity for something,
Yeah,
and then Murphy
Murphy
But
comes
Murphy
in.
I know.
and his
You know,
law
in Minnesota, that
comes
happens
in
normally.
This ruins everything.
Yeah. everything.
Well,
I
Minnesota
know.
weather can ruin a weekend, but it's pretty rare out here. It's just,
I
if it's
bet.
going to be sunny and 80, you're good. But the wind is the one thing that's like, whoa.
Patrick, you want to hear my great motorcycle story that just happened
Yes.
not long ago? I went to I had to go to the vet to grab some medicine for my cat, and I was on 694, which you know where it's at, coming up on Central, and my clutch cable broke. Snap!
Mm.
I have no clutch.
While you were riding?
While I was riding, I was on 694.
And you're probably
no.
in fifth gear.
I was actually coming down because I was getting up to Central Avenue, and I was in third or fourth, and I popped it down without the clutch, and I'm like, it's rush hour traffic. There's cars
No.
everywhere, and it was like, okay, I'm trying to map out in my head which way am I going to go? How do I get there without stopping? Well,
Yeah.
So I went on the side. I'm like, I'm going to go right. You know where Menards is right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I pass all the cars on the shoulder, and I go and I just run that red light, and then there's a red arrow, but no cars were coming. So I got lucky, and I just went right around everybody and went right through that light. And then I took all the back roads home, got all the way to my driveway, just running stop signs the whole way in third gear.
nice.
In third gear, and I
You
made
are
it.
so lucky.
I know.
Do you wear a helmet?
Yeah.
No,
Oh my goodness, you guys.
no, I don't.
He's an organ donor. That's what we
I
call him.
am an organ donor.
Organ donor. Yeah.
Oh.
Ask
Yeah.
any nurse, ER nurse, they'll say, "Oh, we got an organ donor." It's always a guy without a helmet on the motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, there was a I was watching on YouTube. This guy got hit on his motorcycle. This car, he's splitting the lane. So this had to be like California. Now they do it now here. The law passed where you have a car in one lane, a car in another, and then split lanes means that motorcycle can go in
Right.
between the two, which to me is just the most dangerous
I
thing that
agree.
you can do, because some dummy is not going to be expecting you to be zipping by and they're going to move. Oh, I'm going to move into this lane, and then bam,
Yep.
you're
It's-
done. But
It's not as bad as you think, because it's 25 miles an hour or less. It's in
Well,
rush hour traffic.
yes,
Not out here, it ain't.
yeah, but,
Oh, it's not?
yeah,
No.
no.
No, I think in Cali it's 45, but it doesn't matter. Every crotch rocket dude does it.
And they're
usually you can't hit
zipping.
them because they're going so fast. Like they're going to go by you at 90, you're going 70. You don't even have a chance to hit them if they go by. So it's like but it is still very, very stupid.
I just do it when it's bumper to bumper stop traffic.
It's alarming because it's a newer law here.
Mm-hmm. People are going, what? It scares people.
So we're not used to it. I know in California you've been able to do it forever, but
legally it just happened like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, did it?
They've been doing it forever.
They've been,
Okay.
yeah,
Finally
they've been
said,
definitely
let's make it legal.
I mean, but it's crazy though, because I mean, in this video, it shows this guy gets hit by the car and he flies, lands on the pavement. The bike falls on his back, presses his head onto the pavement, and he's sliding like a scorpion. You know, if you've ever seen Ridiculousness, that the scorpion. So his legs are up in the air, the bike's tangled on him, and his head is dragging across the pavement. Oh. And he had his helmet on. So then they showed his helmet, and the helmet got all the way down to the cushion was it all the way down to the cushion, and he walked away without a scratch.
No,
he just had like some bruises and stuff, but no broken bones, but he just kind of went, "This is the reason why you wear a helmet." And it was like I looked at that going, "Yep." And
May is motorcycle month. Look twice for motorcycles, so it's like a good PSA there.
Totally.
But so I don't do the lane thing on the highway, but what I did notice, so if you're ever at a red light and motorcycles kind of just creep up and they get to the front of the pack, so you're stopped. Everyone's stopped at a red light, but they don't zoom by you,
that's called filtering. Yep.
Yeah, they filter up to the front, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because sometimes my bike's pretty wide too, so I don't want to hit someone's mirror and be like, oh fuck, sorry, now we got to pull over and do all that bullshit. But I was like, someone explained it to me. If you're just at a red light stopped, a lot of people that are distracted, texting, drunk, whatever, they won't see you necessarily parked behind the car. So they just think that's empty space. So they'll come and rear end people, even though it's 5 or 10 miles an hour. Your bike's going to get fucked up. You're gonna go flying
well,
back.
that's the big reason why they do that.
And so that's why I started like filtering now. I will cut up to the front because it's a safety thing for motorcyclists.
It is. Yep.
And a lot of people don't even
do you
know
guys
that.
ever watch on YouTube the podcast? I think his name's Donut Operator.
Yes.
Do you watch that?
I watch him.
I mean, I love it because I can't help but watch stupid criminals getting arrested. I just can't get enough of it. But I was watching one just over the weekend, and this drunk girl pulled up behind a motorcycle and didn't see him and hit him, and he flew off. I mean, he was fine, but still, the impact of just that is so dangerous. And then I watched one after that didn't turn out that well, and it was actually a cop on a motorcycle. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was absolutely tragic. He lived, but again, he wasn't even going fast. The truck that came intentionally went to hit him. It was so awful. But he flew like 30 feet, and he wasn't even going fast. It's just, and I used to ride.
Two cops just
It's just it's so scary. Those videos make you never. My former life, when I was married, I rode on the back of a Harley for years. I loved it. We went to Sturgis. It was I just loved it so much. But man, you watch those videos and it makes you really second guess because you don't get a lot of second chances in accidents on a motorcycle.
No,
you do in cars.
Yeah. I mean, the closest I came to death is when I had my Harley. I had my FLE Custom, which was a 67 shovelhead on a 58 panhead. And Mark Misek, Mark Misek had a finishing shop, and we built a little area so we could work on our bikes. And in the complex, they had a guy that powder painted, another guy that did chroming and polishing. So, I mean, I pulled my bike completely apart, had the polished aluminum, looked like chrome, and we just built these bikes up. So, and I put 60-inch ape hangers like this. And it was awesome. And it was a narrow glide, so it looks stupid with the narrow glide. So I made it a wide glide. And then we pulled out the torch and we cut off my rear end, and then put a wide glide rear end on and welded that back on, and then brought it to the shop, and they ground it down and powder painted it. So, I mean, we worked on these bikes, and I got this thing working perfectly. And I remember I was going eastbound on 94 by Brooklyn Park, the Brooklyn Boulevard exit, and this semi just cuts into my lane, and I've got the ape hangers, and I pulled into, literally I had to pull it into the shoulder area, and that shoulder area goes like this. And the top end of my ape hanger was over the cement barrier. And I was like this, doing this, leaning and going, oh my God. And if I didn't have ape hangers, I would have went underneath that semi. I would have been dead easily, for sure, 100% dead. But I had ape hangers on. And of course, Gene's like, I'm not getting on that bike with those fucking ape.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Gene. I think they kind of look dumb. But I mean, they are kind of cool. I get it. But don't your arms fall asleep? You can't even ride.
Oh my God, no. I was on a lazy boy with an engine. I'm like, because you sit back.
Yeah,
I'm sitting back and I'm like this. And
I don't know. I can't.
It was in the perfect position.
I don't feel like
loved it.
There's no control.
Oh yeah.
I need
right down here.
Tight control.
Yeah, that's because you like the crotch rockety kind of. Even your Indians kind of that low and
I love Indians.
So
they're so pretty.
Yeah,
little scout. Yeah.
So I mean, and I love your bike. Your bike is awesome. But then when I went to my Heritage Softail Classic, my '97, and I went down to Las Vegas with to hang out with Mark with that during the Laughlin run. But I had what they called baby ape hangers. So they're 8-inch. So they're like this, not like this. And I love that bike. So, but I sold both of them and, bought a house.
Right.
And since then I went, well, maybe I'll 80.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
That's my baby.
Patrick. I'm kind of drooling. That is my.
Yeah.
Yes. That
comes
is
with all the bells and whistles.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I do still admire them and I miss riding on them, but man, it just scares me now.
I just love
Too
it.
much to live for.
It's
Yeah, you got a little one you gotta live for. So
you have no kids.
Well, no, everybody. The other thing is too, like, I think maybe if I've never been a female that wanted to ride myself.
Oh, really?
I know a lot of females that do, but I do like being a passenger. You don't have to concentrate as hard. You can you can look around, but you have, the driver, I'm guessing you feel a little bit more in control. And
oh yeah.
So I'd probably feel better if I.
But that's true though. I mean, I remember this girl. Her name was Dawn, and Dawn was probably 5'3" and maybe a $105 soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
Did she go with like maybe the Sportster 1200 or the 883 Hugger?
No
way.
She went with a big boy bike.
Did she drop it all the time?
Never. She had that. She knew how to ride that thing, and then her best friend got one too, and she got a custom, and they did all the riding together. But it was, unbelievable how she handled that bike. She handled that bike. That bike didn't handle her. She handled it.
You're a badass.
She knew how to ride that thing, and I was like, wow.
I bet you she started when she was very young. Dad probably bought her a little tiny mini bike.
Probably.
That's how I started. It's like third grade.
Yeah, but I kid you not. I mean, I don't know if this is a Dyna Wide Glide, but I mean, it was lowered. Mm-hmm. She's like 5'3", but she drove it better than most people I've ever seen, ride a bike.
That's amazing.
When you get that awareness and you've been on them for a long time, you just, you'd ride dirt bikes and stuff. And
I'm pretty safe. I don't drive in anyone's blind spots. I go to the left lane when possible, so I only have to worry about idiots on the right or from behind.
Smart.
So yeah, I mean, you can be smart about it. And with the weather out here, I mean, why not? I just like
totally agree.
I rode all my life, and then I hadn't for 10 years, and I'm like, screw it, I'm going to do it, and I got it. But the weather in Minnesota can be quite chaotic.
The potholes,
one day, like you just did, and then 40 the next. But
the potholes are terrible.
The first warm days, you want to ride so badly, but it's the potholes. You can't even predict that.
Sand,
you're a Harley rider 1 second, and then you are Superman the next.
I know.
So
it's true.
And a dead Superman.
But what's really annoying to me is that these young kids that go and buy crotch rockets, and they've never been on a motorcycle before, but they think they're really cool. Mm-hmm. And you see them drive. 694 is bad because at night, there's hardly anybody, like 11 o'clock at night, there's hardly anybody on 694 or 12 o'clock. And there's like, they're doing 150 miles an hour. And they're so fast.
So scary. Freeways always scared me too.
But you ever see those videos with the guys weaving in and they're doing, it's like, you're on a death
Yep.
hey, that's why life expectancy on a
Death
crotch
wish.
rocket's
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Death wish
You
is
ever-
an understatement.
Did you ever sing
I've
at?
seen some.
Did you ever perform at the big biker valley or biker rallies? Hey, these margaritas.
You ever do,
are
like,
sound good there? I'm already slurring.
That's right,
ever do
because you
caboose?
haven't been drinking in a while. So a couple of sips and Patrick's, woo!
You ever do caboose?
Yeah, I used to do caboose and the whiskey. What was it called?
Whiskey
Next
Junction?
to it, Whiskey Junction. But
Yeah.
I did when I've never been hired to play out at Sturgis, but I went every year for 11 or 12 years. My dad likes to ride also, so I grew up around motorcycles. And then when my ex-husband was a really safe rider, I was like, let's do this. And so we would go every year with my dad because it was a way to spend time with him.
Did you drive out there? Or did you trailer?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I hate that I have to answer it in such a bougie, annoying way.
You trailed them. Yeah, trailed
But
them.
my excuse is we always had a baby at home, and we wanted to not take up 8 to 12 hours of the trip.
I don't think
So we
that's-
trailered.
I would totally trailer.
Why?
The smart, I got to say, the smart people always trailed. You would trailer them.
Yeah.
You would, because there's just too much. When you're on a motorcycle, after about 4 hours,
You look at the guys
I
that
know.
don't trailer,
Yeah.
and you look
Yeah.
at them. They have leather faces.
They do.
Yeah, I mean,
so do the
they're-
girls.
Yeah, yes, exactly. They're just like they're a different breed, and they're meant to be on a motorcycle for a very, very long
It's
time.
true.
And that's how they live.
well,
That's
and
a
it's
different
but
class
but
of
they
people.
don't have any other transportation. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
the
right.
bike,
And
the
they're
bike
in the
is-
rain.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is.
So we would trailer, and then, so I was never hired to sing out there, but my dad, and by the way, I would never do this if it wasn't for my dad. We would get out there, and we loved going to like the local places that had live music. We'd go to like the Broken Spoke and stuff like that with the big bands, but we'd like to go off the beaten track and go into the smaller towns that had more just like, not big national acts, but like more like what you see around here on patio shows. Every time we'd stop at a venue, we'd go up to the band and tip them a lot and say, hey, my daughter wants to get up and sing Bobby McGee. And by the way, I don't want to, at all. Like it's the especially like in a biker bar and we're in Sturgis and they're like, oh, some girl named Allie really wants to sing Bobby McGee. And then I walk up there and the whole room is just staring at me like, really, little girl, And
How old were you?
Yeah. Well, we started going, I wasn't a little girl. I was in my 30s. But it just was like the crowd itself to like.
Did you
they're
sing?
big yes, I had to because it was my dad. You don't say no. And I wanted to make him
You
happy.
do
And
not-
everybody was like,
Well, no, you
Yeah,
don't say no to her dad.
No.
No.
Well, and it was like a big deal because I'd start and it was, they're all kind of like, is this girl even going to be able to? So I'd be like, I got to try real hard to win him over. Got one shot. So I always did sing out there for him, but not like a paid thing, an embarrassing thing.
was it embarrassing?
For me,
Was it?
mortifying.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not my thing to do.
That's your
stuff like
thing?
that.
Oh,
I want to know if there's video.
Oh,
of
yeah.
this. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God. Allie,
Not at public.
come on.
Not on public forums
You-
by any means.
we gotta throw some of this on there. Old school.
But for somebody that does that for a living
Right.
and entertains, to be intimidated or embarrassed to do that,
Yeah.
it's
not okay. Let's see if I can explain it better. It's not that I was like, I wasn't, I knew I could sing it. It was just that I was so embarrassed to the band because I know when
I
I'm
see.
playing, if somebody's like, oh, my daughter
Yeah, sure,
wants to
sure.
sing a song, I'm like, sorry, tell her to get her own band,
Yeah.
But not
Sure.
really. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
rude, but it's just more that I was just so embarrassed to get up and
oh.
try. And then to win over the crowd, to not already be paid.
But
to
you
be
always
there.
did.
Yeah, I mean, it always went well, but it felt like halfway through the song, they're like, "Oh, okay, she's allowed."
She's allowed.
Oh,
And did you
yeah.
ever try to get gigs out there?
Yeah, well, there's one. My favorite place out there is called the Stonehouse Saloon. It's in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. Tiny. It's not even open during the normal year. It's just open for Sturgis. But it's so cool. You guys would love it. And they did contact me about being one of the regulars, but at the time, it didn't work out with my schedule with like my daughter and stuff like that. But it would have been a total dream. Maybe one day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That would be
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
I want to get out there. I've tried to get out there, and I just never. My brother's been out there a couple times because he rides as well, and Yeah.
Patrick, you don't go? Have
I've
you ever
never
gone?
been. I
Patrick,
want to.
let's meet out there.
You guys
should.
would love it. It's so fun.
We
It
should.
really is fun.
And from here, it's a great ride because I'd go just straight north on 5.
Would you drive? Would you ride your bike?
Oh yeah, I'd ride.
Oh yeah,
I'd ride.
you'd have to.
Um,
But you know what, though? I mean, for you, Patrick, if you did the Laughlin Run is in Laughlin, Nevada, and closer than Sturgis. And let me tell you,
I've heard that one's great.
it was
Yeah.
the first time I went was I looked at that because I went to Sturgis and then went to Laughlin. I was like, oh my God. It made Sturgis, and I love
Yeah.
Sturgis,
Yeah.
but it made Sturgis look like the trailer park compared
Oh,
to.
I believe it.
I mean, there were bikes at Laughlin that were like, and this is like 20 years ago, that were $100,000 for these custom bikes. They were all customs. And I had my 97 Heritage Softail Classic that I put a lot of money
lots
in.
of Jesse James West Coast out there. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're the
Sucker
bike.
free, 100%.
You know, the only downfall is that you had the Vargas, you had the Hells Angels,
Yep.
but nobody fought.
They're in Sturgis too.
Yeah, but they don't even
I
fight.
know.
They're not
Dude,
aggressive people.
The
They're-
Angels. Since I got my bike too, I've been like really into motorcycle culture. So
Yeah.
like my whole algorithm now is like motorcycle clubs. And, but so I started following Hell's Angels, and they're very prominently Californian, right? So their Facebook page pops up Sacramento, and it was like Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday morning they're rolling through Sac. Sunday I see that they're actually rolling for some sort of funeral, and then later that day they're like down at Merced. So, but like there was hundreds of Hell's Angels in town over this last weekend, and I was like, oh man, I want to go out and find them. And
Don't join, Patrick.
hang around,
We'll never
man.
see you again. You can't.
Don't do it.
Don't leave us. It's so
No.
scary.
Patrick,
that's another retirement option. I could always
Hell's
just,
Angels? Are you
just
crazy?
be Hell's Angel.
Yeah, Patrick would be like the
Live at the
spokesman for the
clubhouse.
Hells Angels. He'll be the Hells Angels DJ.
That's
Yeah,
actually
Provide
not a
tunes,
bad
I'll
idea.
drop some beats.
You'll be protected. You'll be protected. You
big
don't have
time.
to have any knife fights or gunfire. Like you'll be set. You just spin the tunes
Yeah, get me an old lady. God damn. that'd be
for the
great.
back.
Yeah.
There's plenty of them out there that want to ride on the back. I promise.
Unfortunately, at our age, they will be old
An old
ladies.
lady.
So, yeah.
Oh, you have to
Uh,
go sometime for sure.
So in the summer, do you perform a lot outdoors in the summer in Minnesota? Because the weather,
Yeah.
we were talking earlier, like it could be one thing one day and then raining the next in Minnesota. How does that work?
yeah,
for
she was
your-
just talking
your
about that.
touring?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I was just saying that. So right now we're at the end of May, and so this week and next week, I'm kind of like, I'm running a little crabby, to be honest, you guys. Not with you guys. It's been feel very pleasant inside, but I just know what's about to come because June, July, and August, I think I'm at upwards of like 22 shows per month. And that's a lot for me trying to be a mom too and all that. But I'd say at least 80 to 90% of those shows are outdoors. And then in Minnesota, as you know, it's not like it's rain free here. It can rain, all 5 days sometimes in the week. But so I will now in my contracts, I have rain or shine clauses. So if they don't have a space for me to play inside, I do like to have at least 50% pay if they cancel. It's not always like that. I mean, there's some festivals that they're not going to pay you half because they're paying you a lot, right? The bigger festivals. But just those little patio bar gigs, I tend to do you just have to. Otherwise, then what if it rained, 5 of your gigs that week, then you're not paid for 5 days. It's too different.
Yeah. And at 93X, we always had Memorial Day weekend was reserved for 93X Fest or
Yeah.
Edge Fest as it started out. But it seemed like every May, it would be 60s, 70s, and then Memorial Weekend would hit. It would be either cloudy or rainy and 53 degrees.
Oh.
It's just like, but we're all young. We're in our 20s. We're just getting hammered anyway. So everyone's just in a muddy pile of shit, and you're just drunk, and
Woodstock!
You didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, it was fine. But gosh, it's just like clockwork. Every 93X Fest, except for maybe one or two over like an 8-year period, was decent. But most of them, just the weather just took
crummy.
a shit every Memorial Weekend.
We have next weekend for Memorial Weekend, they do now up here. Is that what you say when you're in Sacramento? Do you say up here in Minnesota? I guess so. Or is it over here?
No. So
here.
in California, everything is back east. So
Okay.
if you're from Minnesota, you say, I'm from Minnesota, and they're going, oh, you're from back east. Like,
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Florida, Minnesota, back east.
So back east over here, starting I think a few years ago, they do a kickoff to summer at the state fair. So they for Memorial Weekend. So they do a big like pre-state fair fest basically, and I'll be there. I'm playing there on the Sunday of Memorial Weekend. But I'm the same way. I'm like, I have no idea what the weather's like, and the weather app only goes 10 days. So we'll see. It's probably gonna be crummy, like you said.
Well, the unfortunate thing is, it's like with Memorial Weekend, it's probably about 70% shitty, and the 30% fantastic. I mean, it's not even like it's kind of shitty. It's either super shitty or awesome.
It always
like
rains
it's
on my
one
birthday.
day.
It always rains on my birthday.
When's your birthday?
May 30th.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Aw, I hope it's sunny this year.
Yeah. I only get it once in a while on May 30th now, but
Yeah.
it's like when the calendar changes, but it's always Monday, so.
My margarita refilled itself. It's
Jeez,
amazing.
look at that. Look at amazing how that works.
Magic margarita.
Yeah. Cocktails. Cocktail. Oh, I don't have a waitress or a bartender, so I'll be right back.
You gotta get your
I
kids
need
on
another
that.
one of these.
There we go.
Tia Linda's, by the way.
Tia
I highly
Linda.
recommend it.
But are they
Ooh,
good?
Linda.
Are they good, Patrick?
Damn tasty. Hell yeah.
You got 3 more to go.
It's
All
so
right.
fucking awesome, man. I fucking had one and I'll be back.
So, I mean, it's great, but you're coming into your busy season, though, aren't you? So it's
crazy.
outdoors, and all of the people that we've had on here that are performers, musicians, performers, that they're like, I don't want to be in a bar. I want to be outside.
Yes.
Outside is the best thing, and everybody wants to be outside, but it's the busiest season over the summer. I mean, how do you handle all of that with trying to schedule a normal life? Because, I mean, your life is not normal, is it?
It's not. Nope. Well, I think for me, at least, like I'm thinking about those full band artists, right? That have like a 5 to 7 piece band. They're doing stuff always probably at nighttime. Later, but for me, since I'm most of my bread and butter stuff is duo work.
Yeah,
it's like 5 to 8, 6 to 9. So now that especially now that my daughter's 13, she can kind of chill until I get home. But anything later, I have to be kind of careful about that, just because I don't want to do or out of town.
Right.
That's the other piece.
I mean, you do stuff with Martin Zeller.
Yeah.
So from
the Gear Daddies,
fame. And you do stuff that's with other bands, and then you do your solo stuff, but you have different names for all the projects that you have, right?
No, I actually have 7.
7?
Can you imagine? So that's
7 projects.
Truly, that is the complicated part, is to try to like negotiate my calendars.
Yes.
And save certain dates, and then if something a little bit bigger, better comes in, not to be a jerk to the other venue, but
you have
maybe
to
try to wiggle it. So, hey, can I switch with this person?
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of finesse. And I usually have my summer schedule worked out probably by February. Although I'm still getting messages from some venues that are still booking their summer, which I'm like, you people need to get more on top of it. But I'm sure there's plenty of musicians to go
Your daughter
around.
is almost at that age where she can start scheduling for you and doing all your stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm too controlling for that. I would die. I'd be like, you did it wrong.
Your daughter's
you have to have an
13,
apprentice.
13, 14?
Almost 14.
Almost 14.
Yeah.
So,
But she's a master at Instagram and probably all the stuff,
Oh,
right?
she way more than me. I do hand over my phone many times, and I'm like,
Do this
"Can you help
video."
me?" Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm trying to get as an intern that does, it's like,
I know
we're
we were
so
talking
way
about
out
that.
of that. It's like,
I
there's
was
so
going to
much.
say this. I highly recommend. I know you showed me your flyers. Is it okay if I say this to segue to this?
Oh, absolutely. We do everything on this podcast.
Okay.
So-
One thing that's worked really well. Do you use ChatGPT?
Yes, all the
Okay,
time.
I'm obsessed
Every
with
day.
it. It's just okay, good. So I don't have to so even like your flyers, like if you want to just change a date, if you're not using Canva, so you don't need
I use
to tell you
Canva.
this. Oh, you do.
So, yep, I use Canva. I use
You could
all of it.
Start with that, but then if you even just made like one little mistake, just upload it into ChatGPT and say, change it for me. I just love it.
I do it on my curriculum on that. Like today I did the waiver. It's like, write me a waiver for senior citizens.
Perfect.
Boom, it puts it out there.
Isn't that great? What do we do without it?
I know it. It's crazy. But also I want to market for this. Where do I go? How do I do that? This says like, you want 2 hours, 3 hours a week, do this, send out this many emails per week. It just tells you everything to do.
It can be such a great business asset.
It is a great business asset. Now you have to get, you know, what's funny is like, I've run into kids that at school, and these are seniors or juniors in high school that are so terrified of ChatGPT or AI.
No way.
They are just completely terrified of it because they're getting something in their head about how much energy it takes because of global warming, all of the fears.
No, you're right. My daughter told me this.
Yeah,
about the water.
I mean, the amount of and Patrick knows, but the one thing that scares them more than anything is somebody coming up to him and saying, "Are you Sarah Connor?"
Have you seen this boy?
You're right. My daughter told me it takes up water.
This is a big contradictory.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
I talked her out of it. Don't worry.
Making all the different hubs and things like that for holding all this power.
Yeah.
Well, amount of power it's going to take.
It's not just the power; it's the power to generate. Because you're talking servers upon servers upon servers, and it takes a lot of energy to do that. So now they're talking, like in California. Maybe Patrick can talk about this. That we're talking about. Well, let's just build some more nuclear reactors, specifically designed but smaller scale, not the large scale, but smaller scales that just does these data. It's not a data center, but it's a data holding area. So it holds all the data for AI, and you have a smaller scale down nuclear reactor that's the size of a house rather than the size of buildings that generates the power for it independently.
But yeah, they have to figure out something. Won't Musk do that for us?
We hope.
Well, unless somebody comes up with fission energy, not fusion, but fission, and that's still, it's that whole apparatus is still out there. If they come up with fission energy, there will be no more energy problems in the world ever.
Well, are you doing that for us?
Well, that's what
God, no.
That's why we want those.
I'm fat and old and drinking margaritas.
Well, that's why we want those billionaires,
the
right?
Best job ever.
But that's why we want those billionaires because they do all that stuff for us. I
agree.
Look at Elon Musk. Usurped NASA to go rescue those people.
I know.
It's like
I agree. And didn't he give I'm blanking out what does he call his internet service?
Starlink.
Yeah.
He gave it to people. Yep.
Yeah. And war-torn countries.
So we want billionaires. We want multi-billionaires. It makes everybody else richer.
Well, we want billionaires to be able to invest into the people that have the vision.
Smart people, really,
that can do this stuff. And we're not talking about like the top, people that are coming from MIT, they're coming from UCLA in some of these, physics areas that come up with concepts. We're talking about the people that are building those concepts, building different ideas off of the stuff that's already out there. Because there's all these mathematical equations that are left there for everyone that's coming up here to be able to, solve. But we need the billionaires to fund those people, to get those people involved so we can actually do it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Is that mathematics, everything that you're talking about in school and in college has turned away from doing mathematics, doing the things that you need to do to, take us to the next level in terms of what's become political.
We got to go beyond just doing that because we have things that'll do it for us.
Yeah.
So why learn how to do those complex equations? Let the kids generate new ideas and new things. Right. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand how this works. It works on a quantum level. Right. So just have it do it. Starting my business to where I'm at right now is probably a normal person's 3 years of work.
Right.
building a website by yourself, building songs
Yeah.
on GarageBand by yourself, putting it together. I just put together that video. That's all my music.
But I'll tell you, but that video, I'll tell you, we'll put it at the end of the podcast. Is an incredible video. It's great. It was put together, well put together, and it told the story that it needs to tell for a business perspective. And that's great. And AI helps business, and it should be helping business.
Yep.
But the problem that I think they're running into is they're trying to pull AI in too many directions. Kids still need to do their homework on their own. They still need to be inventive. They still need to look at that.
Yeah. My daughter experienced it just a couple months ago. She worked really hard on an essay. She's in, she'd be embarrassed if I was saying this, but she's in accelerated language arts.
Yep.
And she worked really hard on her essay. Her teacher collected all the essays, and then her teacher decided it was going to be not this like formative versus summative. So she decided it was going to be summative because she realized so many kids used AI. And my daughter was so disappointed because she had worked so hard and didn't use AI. So I do feel bad for the teachers as well that are trying to teach, especially something like writing, you know?
Well, you know what they're doing
they got to know how to write.
And I think it's brilliant. What they're doing now, and I think is brilliant, is that they allow the classroom. You will write in the classroom. You will do your
That's what they're doing now for her.
And you're going to do it in class, and you're going to write it, and then you're going to save it, and then when you come to class next time, then you're just going to build upon it. And I think it's brilliant because you can't use it, and it's great.
That's what our teacher just did. Yeah.
Well, I think that they need to get away from typing. They need to get back into writing by hand.
Yep.
And because there was just a study out that talked about the reduction of white matter in the brain, and white matter is the myelin that for signaling. And it's taking away the signals of learning because they're getting everything through computers.
Yes.
And it's too easy. You're not doing things by rote anymore.
Yeah.
And so how do we get back to that? Because Pandora's box has already been opened.
Right.
And we have to get... And in order to be able to articulate clearly without having it's like and all of those things in your vernacular, to speak clearly, you have to be able to write very clearly. And
well, it's a skill that I think everybody should have, whether you're going to business or what have. My major was English, so I'm going to say that. But
but writing,
right? Exactly. I don't know. It's a lost art, and it's probably we're losing it. Quicker,
and we
every day.
We are. I mean, when I did my bachelor's, my thesis was 81 pages, which was 41 pages more than it was supposed to be. But I wrote on it. I just kept building upon it. And for the criminal justice study program, the professor that ran that program, when I turned that in, he was like, holy smokes.
Did he was like, I can't read this.
No, he read it and said, this is probably the best, the best thesis I've ever seen. And well, it was on criminal justice studies, and it was on not only criminal behavior, but a lot had to do with terrorism at the time.
Okay.
And this is back quite a few years ago on how we looked at terrorism and how we were able to figure things out using mathematical equations, stuff like that, from different agencies, both European and American and Canadian. And they all kind of put things together and came up with something that actually worked. And the FBI, back then it was the BSU unit and the behavioral science unit, which is now the behavioral analysis unit. But back then they did a bunch of different stuff. But how I wrote it and how I did things, I mean, I was terrible at English. I was the worst. In fact, my English teacher told me, you should probably just not.
You should be a cop.
You told us this.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't even do it. And I go, challenge accepted. And I was really good at math, really good at statistics and math and stuff like that. So this was a challenge, and I accepted it. And I just kept writing everything that, and one of my instructors said, do a journal.
Right.
But I don't want you to write the journal as I saw a bird ate, a bird pooped. They want to. What do you see about the bird? I saw this bird, and the bird had this inflection on the wing. And describe it. Describe stuff.
Smart teacher.
Really smart.
Yes.
And she got me going on this, and I started writing. She goes, after 2 classes, 2 semesters, she's like, I need you to work in the Writing Skill Center. Would you like a job? And I'm like, duh.
Yeah.
I need a job. I don't want to flip burgers anymore at the McMillan's restaurant in St. Cloud.
What makes me mad is because I became a pretty good writer. I wrote a lot, and I thought I became a pretty good writer. And so I'd write something, and I put it into ChatGPT, and it completely do it.
Oh, I know.
Way better. And I'm like, oh,
I know. That is a little frustrating.
But
It's really frustrating.
it's totally frustrating. But at least the thing that
It's so
I have,
smart.
I should have said that.
It's so smart. I know.
know.
I use it way too often.
the beautiful thing about it is, though, that if you do it yourself, not only have you invested your time in it, but you've put your stamp on it. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent. I mean,
agree.
It's
But I want people
you
to see that I wrote it, though, and that's the problem now because you can't trust anything.
But here's the deal.
How do you know that?
But here's the deal, though. When I did my master's, when I did my bachelor's, I wrote eloquently enough, and I got good at it. I really put everything into it. Where my professor's like, "These are the best writings we've seen in a very long time," and then they kept my thesis for my bachelor's and my thesis for my master's. They kept it in the writing over at the Criminal Justice Study Center, and they were like going, when people had problems, they pulled it out. This is how you formulate your ideas.
That's so cool.
And they
Brett.
kept it. But
awesome.
where it's at now, I don't know, but they kept it. This is before Chat GPT, but I've learned that in looking at kind of the research, because I don't know, how do you know AI versus the real thing?
Well, it pulls everything.
And the thing is, a lot of these universities are keeping these best kept projects, and they look at them and they can see the difference between the two, because there are errors.
Yeah.
There are,
that's how the teachers check is
problems that, maybe it shouldn't be this way, but it works in this case.
Right.
And that's how they figure it out, that this is human versus AI. But
what a challenge for teachers.
Oh
though.
my God.
It is a challenge for us.
You guys seen that video where there's a professor, he walks in and he's like, I'm calling every one of you out. This is bullshit. Everyone in this class last week or 2 weeks ago was at an average of an 80. And then we did a exam and everyone scored a 95. Everyone bullshit. So he called out,
I love that.
we're going to retake this and you're not going to use AI this time. And it was
what frustrates me though?
Yes.
Here's what frustrates me is that I tell some people that I use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They go, oh, that's so old. That's junk. You should use this. And there's so many different new AI platforms. And now I'm.
I think it doesn't. To me, I don't know. I've used a bunch of them, but I think AI is AI. I mean, I feel like ChatGPT has become like the kind of like the generic term for AI. But whatever you plug it into, I've even used different forums to see what I like better.
Yep.
And some every now and then, like one will get more advanced than the other. Like ChatGPT just made their photography part better.
Yep.
And the 2.0 version was a lot better. And so then do your photographs here, but maybe use Grok for this or Gemini for this,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
each one has its own lane. And
Yeah,
I think it's the smart
I
way
agree.
to go forward with it.
Yeah.
But Allie, I want to get your perspective. I could literally write a country song in 3 minutes using AI.
It'll be way
You know
better
that
than any of
happens, right?
mine. Yep.
Like,
I
That's
know.
like-
isn't that scary as a performer? And
Heartbreaking.
the movie industry has it coming, TV,
I know.
music, everything. That's scary.
I
That's
know.
So Patrick, I talked to Lance the other day, right? I was talking to Lance when I was making my songs, right? I said,
But you're qualify that. Lance
King.
Okay.
Lance King.
and
right?
Lance King does what?
Lance King is an awesome musician that's been on the show. And
Okay.
Describe him.
You know Lance King?
No.
Add some
do I?
description.
We will talk after the podcast.
Okay.
So Lance was he was the lead singer for Gemini back in the day.
Oh,
and he has a Wikipedia page.
The band, not
He's,
the AI.
he's but now he sings for 70s Magic Sunshine Band.
oh, wait a minute. The lead singer?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah. Okay.
So
Bingo.
But
Yeah.
so I was talking
I don't
to
know
Lance.
him well. He seems nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And I shared with him my music that I did on GarageBand. And
Yeah.
he's like, Stacy, have you used Suno? And I'm like, what is that? He's like,
Oh my God, you don't know.
and so
Suno?
so then I'm talking to him and he's like, oh, Stacy, he goes, you can do okay. And I go, well, I wanted a song for my one of my classes, you
Yeah.
know, and with a good beat or whatever. And he just goes, here, hold on a second. And he does this and then he puts in the words and it talks about Kali and doing the moves and
Yeah.
the whole song. And I'm like, you just did that in like 3 minutes.
And you probably loved the song.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
It's a disaster.
And now they have the ones where you see the girl you see the commercials that she just goes do 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 do, and then it turns it into a beat.
I know. Well, and I'm going to be honest with you. On YouTube, they have a lot of those AI songs out there, and some of them are really good. And actually, most of them are really good.
They're fantastic.
They're
but the
really
problem
well
is
written.
but the thing is that you can always tell what's
Yeah.
AI because you can. And if you look over here, you can see my Mesa Boogie. You can see my Gens Bend enclosure.
No.
You can see
Listen.
an amp over there that's older than both of us combined.
No, you're talking to a girl that when a band uses tracks
Yeah.
or a click track, even I'm like, you guys are
Oh,
lazy.
Lame.
So, and trust me, most
Lame.
do, and they sound so good. But anytime you listen to a band like that, the reason why it sounds so polished and like the album you buy is because they've got tracks coming in behind them. And I want it to sound not exactly like the album. I want it to sound like a live performance.
Sure.
But that's still very old school thinking because I'm not going to name any names, but I'll go to a certain band I'm thinking of right now that does a ton of tracks, and you can't even walk because it's packed because everybody loves it. And it sounds like, wow, they sound just like the original artist.
Yes.
Well, what's so fun about that?
Well, it's and that's the problem is because you don't. Okay. I did when I first started my business, one of the classes I wanted to have was an anti-bullying class. Okay,
Great idea.
So because you're getting bullied, but they can't teach kids to fight back in school. You can't
Isn't
teach a
that
kid.
terrible?
You can't teach
I'm
a
just
kid to
kidding.
punch somebody in the face.
I know.
You just can't. So I was like, okay. I wanted to chat and I said, write me a story of a 8-year-old boy that's half Japanese and
Oh,
half American. So I just used my story. That's named Stacy. That gets picked on relentlessly in school, which I didn't.
oh.
But I just said,
cry.
Yeah, he would have beat the shit out of everybody in school. That's the funny
But
thing.
I just like, okay, so how does he get out of this in school without fighting?
Yeah,
And it wrote me a chapter just like that.
it was genius.
And it
I
was
bet,
great.
too. Yeah.
And then it goes, would you like me to write you a chapter 2? I wrote 5 chapters. I wrote a little, and I put
you didn't write 5.
No.
chapters, Stacy.
I had
know,
to
I'm just
write 5 chapters.
I
I had to write 5 chapters, and then I just did manga pictures.
Yeah.
Like with it, and it's like a children's book.
Aw, isn't that something?
It's so cool.
It's weird how it works, but
I know.
But the thing is, for me, it doesn't have the invention of the human mind.
I agree with you.
It just got to have the invention. I mean, like when I still record, I played professionally, not as long as you, but I still have everything here. I still have my computer. I still have my Digi O2,
Nice.
which is all analog. It's got analog and SPDIF, which
Love it.
is now, what everybody considers, the old school version of the USB.
Right.
But the reason why is because I have my Mesa Boogie that was designed from Mesa Boogie. I gave them the specs that I wanted so I could have both solid state and tube, and they did it. It was a custom build, and then I had Gens Bends. I bought their bottom end, their 412 enclosure, so I would have a specific sound, and that's why when Dave Gorman came over, he goes, "This is all man."
Oh, that's super cool.
Yes, it is, but but I can do that. But I want to have that analog feel where there's you know what you get when you look at me when I play. I'm not the most technical player. but I'm good. I'm good enough,
Mhm.
and I like to play. And then I have
It
stuff
has a sound. It has a sound.
It has a sound, but it has a certain sound to it.
Well, you're a purist, and I think we're all older here. It's okay to say. And so we're all probably going to be purists as far as what we like about music. But, everything pendulum swings. So maybe we're going to go in this direction for a while. And then one
It'll go
day when
back.
we're dead and buried, they're going to be like, let's remember, did you hear this? How do we recreate this sound? Nobody can recreate this sound. Oh, we have to actually play the instrument.
Yeah.
So my friend Kendall on online on Facebook, she said her friend gave her a record player, just an old record player, and she pulled out an album. She's like, she pulled out Kiss, and she puts that. I got to hear the crackle, and she's like, it's that there's something about that.
I agree.
That has that.
You
can't duplicate that.
You can't duplicate analog.
No,
that crackle, that sound from an album, even a CD.
I know
doesn't have the same feel, and that's why when I built my music studio, I built it around an analog platform. So I still use waves as to use kind of the effects spectrum there, but I'm also using Pro Tools LE. This is old stuff that people are like going, yeah, that's so outdated, but that's the only stuff that you can use for analog. In fact, I had a guy build me a computer based upon the analog and based upon Firewire to do this stuff. And he's like going, well, that's some old analog stuff. I go, can you give me a computer that can generate, that I have enough capacity to do this, but keep it analog? And he's like, challenge accepted.
Patrick, when you were DJ at 93X, and you were in the studio with all your equipment, have you been on the studio recently? Has it changed a lot?
Oh yeah, 100%. So, like in 1993, when I was like interning at KQ, you would have a reel-to-reel on the wall with there were like a foot of analog tape. So when you wanted to record someone requesting a song, you had to hit record and then stop when you had the conversation over with. But if you wanted to make an edit, you literally had to rewind it with your hand, and then you would literally take a razor blade, splice, mark, splice, tape it together, boom. Then you've got So in my first radio job, I was playing music off of cartridges, which were eight
track, was it? 8-track.
And also there was still a record player at my first radio station.
I love that.
I know.
So
that's so cool.
I was like at the last end of that before the digital age, and then it evolved to
and it's
CDs.
Fast, right?
What's that?
Fast as shit.
Yeah. It went to CDs, and then we had these like little cubes where you would just type in the code for the song, so it'd be like 8492, and then there's like just a 4x4-inch little monitor, and it would load, and then you'd hit the board, and it would play that song that was on that. And we had like 4 of them, so you could always have like three songs and a sweeper queued up. And then after that, then it went full computer. And then after that, it went to full computer automation where you don't even need a human anymore.
You don't. I work at Bob 106 just like maybe once a month now. And I remember, so usually I just sit on the other side and I just chat with the co-host in the morning. I mean, I'm the co-host. He's the main guy.
Yeah.
And but one time he had a leg injury and he couldn't handle doing this stuff. And he's like, "Get back there and do it." I hate to say this. I hope he doesn't see this. I couldn't believe how easy it was. It's literally it was all programmed. The songs,
Yeah.
And then I said, well, I really want to play this song. He's like, okay. And he showed me how you just plugged in a different song. It was nothing. And then it's crazy.
Well,
in the 90s when I was an intern at KQ, Mae Young or Wally would just hand me the music sheet for the next hour. So you could play about anywhere from 10 to 12 songs in an hour because you got to factor in commercial breaks, and each song is about 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes. But anyway, so pulling music was like I'd go to the CD rack, and at KQ it was just this wall of CDs.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you're looking for number A127. So I'd pull the CD and you stack it upside down, because when you deliver it, you're going to flip it back up. So the DJ just grabs the CD, grabs the CD, grabs the CD.
This is so cool. Say
Yeah.
more. This
And
is like insane.
Yeah. And same with the commercials. The commercials would be on 8 tracks. So you'd also pull the commercials, and they had a 4-digit code like 1694. You take it, flip it upside down. So then you have a stack of 6 commercials. You've got a stack of 6 carts. And you would have the hilarious intern moment where
Oh
they blow
my.
up,
blows
they're all
up.
over the floor. And you got 30 seconds left before the commercial break starts, and you're like, fuck, here, play this one first. And she's like, no, I can't play that one first. I gotta play the other one. It's in an order. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But then interning became, answering phone calls, and then now it's just text. They just text in, because who wants to talk to
Yeah,
a
I
DJ?
don't even think they have interns anymore because
No.
You don't need them.
you don't.
You just need AI.
I never
Well,
even
no,
thought
they do.
about
They
that.
do. They're called the morning show in a major market radio station.
I
They get
know.
$5 an hour.
Oh, I know.
Isn't that the other Dave Gorman?
Well, you were in
Uh-huh.
seriously, like I'm guessing like those old school DJs of like the 50s, 60s, 70s when they were playing records. I mean, they'd have some tales to tell, right? But your stories are so good, stacking CDs.
Well, like WKRP in
That's
Cincinnati.
so
Remember
cool.
where they would go
Yeah,
through in the back,
yeah.
turn around and go through the.
Yeah.
Oh, and then like the etiquette of it too was when the next DJ came on. So let's say Mae Young's getting off at 11:30, and Ray Eric's coming in. I would have to stack like his first hour at least, whether he's got someone else to do it for him or not. After that, not my problem. But
Right.
it would be bad etiquette if he walked in and there was not his first hour of CDs stacked up from the previous DJ's intern. So
Oh my gosh.
all sorts of those unwritten rules and stuff. It's taking me back.
I love that.
And the razor blades in the rock and roll studio weren't
Yeah.
just for cutting tape.
Oh,
You know
They
what
were
I'm-
for cutting what?
on the
I
CD
know. I
gauge.
get it. I get it.
Was it a white substance that actually came through
Well,
a straw?
they had to stay up all
wasn't
night.
Yeah, my friend opened up
Yeah, you gotta
that
stay up all night.
online. She opened up the Kiss album, and she's looking at the inside.
Yeah.
And I texted her, I messaged her. I said, hey, what is that green stuff in between in the crease there? Because remember, we used to use those to clean our weed from the seeds.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Allie,
Not
you
me.
brought up,
I
you
never
brought
did.
up like in the 50s, 60s, 70s
Yeah.
when it was before the control of the radio station was
Right.
like by a program director or a corporation or a company. It was DJs, and you used to get a record label, just mail
Yes.
a package, and there would be a record in there, and there'd also
Yes.
be like a little blow or fucking
You're so right.
whatever, like, hey man, play this record, and you're
It's
like,
so
I have
true.
to now.
Yes, you're exactly right. They would try to bargain with them in the best way that they could.
Here, let me
Yeah.
cut you.
There's some great stories about that. You're right. Yeah. Gosh,
Yep,
well,
yep.
I think I was watching.
No.
I was watching a documentary.
Allegedly.
I know.
Allegedly.
I think it was Loretta Lynn. It's Loretta Lynn. She was going from radio station to radio station with her record, right? And they would record one single. They could pay, right? They'd pay for a 45.
Yeah.
And they'd go from town to town. And she went to some town in the middle of nowhere in Texas with her record. And the head DJ was Waylon Jennings, and he was already like on tour and stuff, but he wasn't making enough money, so he was like head of this radio station.
Shut the
Word of
front
God.
door.
Word of God.
There, really?
Yeah, true story. Yeah. There's a podcast Waylon's interviewed about, and he's like, yeah, and this little girl walked in with her record and asked me to play it for her. Yeah. true
Waylon
story.
effing Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
No shit.
No shit.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
floored. I'm
And
absolutely
her
floored.
story was that she didn't even know where to go, but there were radio towers at the time. And so she'd get in her car and just drive
And just-
to town to town, look for the
tower.
towers. And then she'd get
Wow.
close to the tower and just
How
go into
smart
it.
is that?
I'm pretty smart for a little farm girl. I'd
Oh
say.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so neat how they started. You
Mm-hmm.
go back to going back to the marketing thing. Marketing's not easy.
It's not, especially nowadays.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
nowadays, and getting your stuff out there and it's one of those things. But
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have a little Cali stuff going on out there. I saw that there's fires in northern Minnesota.
There's what?
There's wildfires.
There are some fires going on in northern Minnesota, and here it's been like cold, windy, and damp. So down here in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, we don't have any of that.
Well, we had 85 but 87 the other day. It was beautiful Saturday.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's been like just super warm
dry
and dry for this time of year. Like,
and windy.
But it's been, I mean, it's been cold, but it's been damp. We had thunderstorms. I mean, around here, it's a little bit different. But now, you guys have a new fire that's been burning the last couple days?
It's super windy here, like I said earlier. And there's one, it's called the Sandy Fire. It's down in Thousand Oaks, which is just northwest of Los Angeles. So I don't know if it's been contained, but if it's 30 miles an hour winds, that's bad. It's real bad. So. Yeah. We'll see if it spreads and makes Los Angeles hell again, but we'll see.
Right.
Well, the one thing I want to talk about, speaking of fires, is the fact that the wolves in the wild are out again. Patrick, what the hell's going on?
Hey, here's a trivia question that everyone will know the answer to. What's the one major sports town that has all four major sports, basketball, hockey, baseball, and football, that has the least amount of championships?
Oh, really?
I love that. That's amazing.
Are you from frickin' Wisconsin or something?
Barstool Sports actually put that out last week. I'm like, I know the answer.
I actually love that. I mean, we really love our sports here, but we never win. We're just gluttons for punishment around here. It's just atrocious.
Well, it's funny when you say we never win. So if you look at the NFL, the Vikings have the fifth most wins since 1961 out of any NFL team. Fifth most wins. So we do win. We just don't win the right ones.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
It's
enough to keep us interested. And that's got to be it. That's why we win enough where we get excited and root for ourselves. And then we're always sadly disappointed. I always call the Vikings the worst ex-boyfriend ever because they always make you go back to them and they always do the exact same thing. That's like, seriously. And you're always like, why am I still here and hoping that it's changed? And it's still heartbreaking again.
Oh my God.
Analogy. Oh my God.
That's a great analogy. That is the best analogy ever. That needs to be a short.
Oh, that is going to be short.
It's going to be a
short.
Now,
anyone that knows me, I'm a huge Canadians fan. Hockey. Huge. Patrick knows this.
Yeah,
I know. What are the Canadians?
Because the North Stars left and he chose the French Canadian team for some freaking.
And what my dad is like, my dad's favorite team was the Canadians because there was a guy named Murray Wilson that played on the Canadians that was like the greatest hockey player of all time, he thought. So I became a Canadians fan. And it was really, and you know how things come full circle.
Right.
I was working at TGI Fridays in Roseville.
Yep, I've been there.
Yeah,
I've seen you there.
So I was bartending and I was wearing a white Canadians baseball cap, and this guy comes in and with four guys, and they sit down and they're all laughing. And they're not just laughing, they're laughing at me. And I'm like, oh, great. It's what? And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm wearing a Canadians hat. And the guy's got his hand out like this, it's sitting there. And there's this big ring and a rock on it. And he's just like sitting there and looking. And he goes, is that your team? I'm like, well, Canadians. Yeah, it's my team since, And they go, why? And I go, well, when the North Stars left, there was no team here. I got to go with the greatest team on the planet, Canadians. Well, who's your favorite player? And I'm like, well, my dad always liked this guy, Manny, something Johnson. He goes, Murray Wilson. I'm like, yeah, that's it. And the guy goes, that's me. And I'm like, I went, shut the fuck up. And he's out there with his hand there with the goddamn Stanley Cup ring on. And it was really him. It was like, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like taking a picture of him. And I'm like going.
Why was he at TGI Fridays in Roseville?
Because they were in town.
Okay.
Because he does like,
maybe appearances
and stuff.
Okay. How cool is that?
All the other hotels were closed. So he was at some hotel in Roseville, and they went into the only place that was open, which was TGI Fridays.
That's
And Manny
incredible.
Wilson walks in. He's a 3-time, MVP of the,
Did you
Stanley
get a
Cup.
picture with him?
I did not because I'm stupid. In
God.
fact, I didn't even have him sign my hat
Well,
because
what
I'm
year was
This
that?
stupid.
is the second story I've heard
What
of
year
you
was that?
not getting a photo with the guy either in Orlando.
This is probably pre cell phones and stuff.
Oh, it was pre-cell phone. It was like the cell phones came out. You needed to
right.
get.
Good excuse.
But the thing is, though, even so, it's like I just didn't want to be that guy that's like, oh my god, I got it.
Oh, I know.
I
It's
but-
like I wanted to be the guy that's like, you know what, my dad loves you. Can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
guy was
It's
like,
hard.
when he left, he's like, this is the best experience I've had because.
Aw, that's
I'm
so
like going,
great.
like if you treat them like just regular people,
It's hard to though when you're starstruck.
Yeah.
Right.
I did that. I met Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal.
Of course.
Yeah, because I was a big soap fan. In the
Yeah.
military. And
You're dating yourself.
yeah, I am.
It's okay.
And I was in the Louvre in Paris.
Oh,
And
okay.
I go,
What a flex.
I go. This girl that I'm with.
Oh, you were the girl in Paris at the Louvre.
I took my date to Paris.
That's amazing,
That's what-
Stacy.
whoa,
I took my
dude,
I took-
that is like
Literally.
that is like a step above.
It's like date goals right there.
Well, I mean, it was one of those. The military has these trips. They're like $150 for 3 days from
Well-
where I was stationed, because I was
Okay.
stationed right on the border of France. And you take
Oh
a
my
bus
gosh.
on Friday night right after work. You go there and you stay 2 days in the hotel and you come back. So we
That's
went through all over the
amazing.
place, and I go, doesn't that look like Billy Crystal? And we met another couple there, and it was with Lori. She's another MP, and she goes, yeah, that's probably because it is Billy Crystal. So I go up to him and I go, do you have a pen? I go, can I get your autograph? And he's like, sure. Do you have a pen? No.
Oh,
Do you have a pen? And I'm like, no. I'm sorry to bother you. And I have my camera in my hand. I don't even take a picture. I'm so starstruck.
Oh,
It's the first time I ever met anybody. And I'm like, I'm sorry to bother you. You have a nice day.
But that's how it goes, though. I mean, you just don't even think. I mean,
so
so
starstruck.
great.
one of the funniest things that ever happened to me at O'Donovan's Irish Pub is Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Oh, yeah.
Her band was playing at First Avenue, and there's a guy
She's
that
great.
comes in and sits down. He's sitting down at the bar. I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, and I'm like, Doug? And he's like, Brett? And I'm like going, holy shit, where the hell have you been? And he's like, I moved out to California. I'm like, yeah, I heard about that, but what are you doing here? Are you back? And he's like, just for tonight. We're playing next door. I'm like, but Evanescence is playing next door. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
oh my God, you're with, and he goes, yep. And I'm like, holy shit. So I start feeding him booze. He's like, no, I got to play tonight. I got seriously. I'm like, the fuck you are. You know?
Yeah, you're like, give me a ticket too. bro.
Yeah.
So I'm getting him. I'm like going, you tell Amy to get her ass back over here after the show, because we're going to do a couple songs for karaoke. It was on a Sunday night.
I just,
And I'm kidding. I mean, I'm
I
like
know,
not
I
even
know.
serious. And he's like, all right. And he leaves. And all of a sudden, when they're done, all of a sudden the place fills up and Amy Lee walks in and walks up to the bar and she goes, you. And I'm like, oh shit, she's pissed because I got Dougie drunk. And she's like going, pick some songs. I'm like,
are you serious?
yes, I'm serious. I'm like, oh my God. And I didn't even know she's a Jägermeister drinker. So I'm feeding her full of Jägermeister to get out of
That's
it.
awesome.
And I'm like, I bring a shot out. And she's trying, no, this is yours. And then she goes to cheers me again. No, this other one's yours. And she goes, are you just trying to get me drunk to take advantage of my singing capabilities? I'm just trying to get you drunk so you forget about me having to go singing with you. Because that was kind of out of fun.
That is quite a story.
And she goes,
Brett.
nope. And oh my God. So we went up and sang. And and she's
You
like
sang with the girl from Evanescence.
yeah. And she's like 5 foot tall, but oh my God, she sang shit. And it wasn't even rock. She was singing stuff that was like incredible. And it was like, wow.
She has a great voice.
Great voice.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
completely out of all the people that have come into O'Donovan's that have either sang on our karaoke or we set up the stage to play. She was the most humble, incredible human being I've ever met. She was so cool. And I'm like, wow, this is something you don't get. It's kind of like you, you're kind of
nice.
You're very humble, even though you're gifted and you do this stuff, but she was so cool. And, and she was very into the people that were there. Not, I'm too good for this. She just wanted to do stuff, and she's pulling people up on the stage and singing. It was great. It was probably the coolest music experience that I've ever had. When it comes to that.
Although, like I said, the last time I was here, you told us about the story. They probably knew it already, but the one when you're in Disney World.
Oh my God!
Yes,
yeah,
I know. I can't with your stories anymore.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, it's like I play in that band. And
I know.
Like, oh my God! I didn't
Who
know.
was it again?
It was Iron Maiden.
I was going to say Megadeth.
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I tried to get out there,
and you
see
couldn't
him.
even
and
go.
No, my mom's like, no.
I said that's a good mom.
No.
That guy's still relevant. I think the LA Kings made the playoffs this year. I think he sang the national anthem
No way.
like a month ago.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy
He did
because
something
Bruce
for some
Dickinson,
sport. I can't remember.
he's got
But yeah.
he's a PhD. The guy's a doctor. And not only is he a doctor, a PhD of music, he flies the frickin' jet that they're on because he's a professional pilot.
No, there was a joke running back in the day. You're not going to an Iron Maiden concert. You're going to a music clinic.
Oh, right. Well, that's kind of.
Oh, it's just some of this stuff. I mean, people.
But anyway, I was going to say Amy Lee, Allie Gray.
There you go.
Not the
still
same.
The talented dish.
Really? I win over
yeah.
Amy? Oh my God.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
I bet if Amy
100%.
came on your podcast, you'd change your mind.
I mean, I really liked Amy, but I'm pretty sure she couldn't see over the bar top. So
yeah, she's
it was funny.
Small.
Oh, you picked me because I'm taller.
This is last weekend. I was watching you have these vocal coaches and opera singers or whatever. They do a critique or whatever they used to do, and one of them was Amy Lee's Effervescence. And,
really?
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't really know who Amy Lee was until I listened. I knew who she was. I knew Effervescence, I knew the song.
Yeah,
but yeah, she's an incredible singer.
She
You
is.
know what they should? You know what a great TV show would be? You know, it's like The Voice. And The Voice has evolved to like there's semi-pro or pro singers going on that all the time. But you remember it was amateurs at the beginning.
Yep.
But wouldn't it be funny to put people like Amy Lee or like really established singers as just a rando person in front of The Voice and watch these people try to critique like Adele, like dress up Adele.
Oh, they did. She has that.
Oh, I thought you were a bit pitchy.
I love that.
Fuck you, I'm Adele.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, they have that.
They do?
It's on YouTube. She dresses up and she wears makeup, right? And she does it
right.
And she does an Adele
there was like a bunch of Adele.
Yes, a bunch of
okay,
and she's like she messes up in the beginning and then all of a sudden she starts singing normally and they all like, what's going on? They freak out.
I mean, it's funny. Like Darius Rucker.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Darius Rucker went on, what is that? Like Undercover Boss.
Yes.
And
there's a couple of them,
up, and one person goes, that's Darius Rucker. And the other, like three people, like, shut the hell up. You have no idea. And he's, no, that's Darius Rucker. I mean, they knew right.
There's one that's a quarterback did that from one of the.
Oh yeah, Eli Manning did it. He walked on as a tryout at a college.
Yeah,
I like this idea.
Darts.
But I like this idea Patrick has because if you took some of those, like, let's not call them has-beens, but maybe some of the
older singers.
Yes, older singers or music
Axl
artists.
Rose, if they pull them up,
for sure. Or some that like were super successful and they put them up there and they had to compete. I'm telling you, like some of them would be really good, but some would be terrible.
Oh, we know what happened with Motley Crue.
I know.
You know exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Simultaneously, we were
He's
like,
literally still doing it though.
He's still trying.
And he thinks he's good, I think. Who hasn't told him?
Well, it's not
Poor
even Vince
guy.
anymore. It's Fat Neil.
I know.
But
But there's some good,
And
like
he's got
with
some
Jeff,
sort of illness.
but
where
Jeff
he just
Tate.
looks
It
bad,
just
too.
looks terrible.
Jeff Tate is
Yeah.
when we went and saw Jeff Tate.
Oh my!
Oh
God.
my gosh, his voice is still amazing.
I mean,
See, every now and
I
then.
mean, he couldn't hit the super high stuff like he used to, but he was still
Still-
in there. It was
Listen,
great.
if they're not dropping it in like 2 keys down, then still, if they're not making that
Yeah.
super highest note, I don't care. If you're singing it in your original key, or even, I don't even care if they go a half a step or full step down and they hit it. Like,
and
total
Jeffrey
props.
Tate was doing it at 440, the normal. I mean,
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
hitting it. I mean, if he dropped the full step down, he would have been hitting that stuff. But
Yeah.
I think he's like, you know what?
Take hold of the flame.
I've got to keep it original because
Yep.
that's what people expect.
yeah, but you know what, Brett? Most people in the room wouldn't know, but musicians can tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Oh
then
my God.
musicians, I'm sorry, it's true.
I watched. So I did the Loud and Local music show. I would go and see a band, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys just shredded. They get off the stage, and they'd be like, fuck my guitars, fucking tune, and fuck this part, up and whatever. And I'm like, that was the best thing I've ever fucking seen. What are you talking about? 'Cause I'm an average
Yes.
music listener.
You know,
I
That's
could
what-
sit next to the most cynical fucking guitarist from another band and like, these guys fucking blow. They're in
Totally.
fucking key. This fucking guy's missed that part.
Yeah.
Fucking A. I'm
And
like, what the fuck is wrong with
Hold
you?
on. It's
love that
Patrick.
so
What's
much.
this look?
That drummer sucks.
And on that note, no pun intended, it's that time of the night. Thank you so much for coming
Oh
in,
my gosh,
Allie.
you guys. This goes by so
it
fast.
does.
It totally does.
It's really fun.
It is really fun.
I'm
We
excited
feel
for
it.
you guys.
We feel this is
all
the
the
best podcast out there.
Well, you're going to come on a lot more.
I really have a good time here. I told you I've been running crabby. I feel really happy right now.
Oh, that's good.
Could be the margaritas.
Yeah, it's probably the margaritas because, I'm doing margaritas while pouring margaritas, which means there are more margaritas. So, but
That's awesome.
thanks again for
Thank
being
you,
on the
guys.
show.
So
Thanks
fun.
again for being our guest host.
What a pleasure.
You'll see Allie more often on the
Yes.
show here.
Oh yeah, Ellie Gray. Where do people go to see you this summer?
Oh
Yes.
gosh.
Where's your
Yes.
next-
Plug yourself.
So thank you. So all social media, my tag is Allie Gray Music, ALIGRAY Music, or alliegray.com. You can see all my shows.
Come
Thank
see
you,
her,
guys.
everybody. Come see her.
Yeah.
You
Thanks.
might see
You've
some-
got a lot of stuff that's on YouTube, and it is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Thank you.
People, this is one of the rare treasures that we have in
Minnesota. Yep.
We've had a lot of rare treasures on here, but this is
Really?
one of the
I'm in
best ones
California
out there. Too bad for you. So please check out Allie on YouTube and on her social media pages. And of course, folks, we can't do this without you. So please subscribe, hit the like, and share. And next week, we're going to have Matt Damon.
Yes.
Oh, can
Send
I
money.
come back?
Yeah.
Yes. Send your money too. We need to pay for his flight. That's the only thing holding us up.
We are having Matt Damon on the show. So we'll see you next week with
I can't wait.
Matt Damon. So, all right, folks, take care. We'll have another guest next week.
Would that be funny if Matt Damon saw this and just came on the show?